Today, I'm actually going to do something different that I have not done on this bike, and that is going to be Hoosier Pass. Currently on Highway 285 here in Colorado, heading southbound. So I'll have to go, I think, 45 miles-ish, I don't even know, and to highway just to the other side, or actually in the town of Fairplay. Then I'll turn right, go up and over Hoosier Pass, go down to Breckenridge, and then I'll take Highway 70 to where I can get onto a frontage road and take the frontage road back. Then I think I'm gonna do go up and over what I call Mount Evans. Used to be Squaw Pass, but they call it something else now, and I can't remember the name. And beautiful day. It says 56, feels warmer than that. Should be a good ride. Thanks for coming along. Probably gonna be pretty busy today. There was a lot of people out yesterday. Yesterday being Friday, I went for an after work ride, and there was a lot of people coming into the town of Bailey. Tiny little town. There's a place to eat right there, Cutthroat Cafe, which is a nice place to eat. And somebody breathing down my neck, even though I'm going, tell you what, fuck, dude, go ahead. Go ahead, go. Fucking asshole. Speed limit through this town is 30. And that jackass wants to ride my ass when I'm going 42. Fucking prick. You end up in a fucking ditch. Fucking dead. Little grumpy gobbler coming out. And here the speed limit picks up to 40. Anyways, that was the town of Bailey. And you sneeze and you're already through it. Ooh, look at that thing. Wow. Now it's cool. So I'll probably have people riding my ass, going too slow. Nobody's perfect like me and goes exact right speed. So there'll be a little bit of griping, as per usual when I'm on a motorcycle, or driving a car, or just existing. This section of 285 goes right along this river. And I think this river is the North Fork of the South Platte. I don't know. I can never remember. There's a sign up here, but I don't know remember what it says. The ice is starting to melt. It's a pretty river right against the side of the rocks there. Very pretty. It's a cool little restaurant right there, Shaggy Sheep. The Shaggy Sheep. Great place to stop and have lunch. I don't think they opened until like 11 a.m. or something. But I have had breakfast there, and they have fantastic sausage when they have it. They don't always have it, but when they do. If you see that, get it. If you're ever there. Coming up to the little tiny community of Grant. Like I said, we're going to go through several small communities that if you blink, you're through them. Not much here. Although they have a lodge and liquor store. And this is the turn to Guanella Pass. Just make sure it's Doesn't say it's closed, but it's got to be. Coming up here on the right is the turn to Webster Pass. So you can turn right here, go all the way up to Webster, you can do Red Cone, go down to Montezuma. And that's the turn right there. So, yeah, that's it. I've gone there once, I think. It always is a very, very busy place in the summer on the weekends. And now we are on Kenosha Pass. Once we go over the pass, we'll drop down to the town of Jefferson, which is another link, and you pass right through it. Town, community. And it might be pretty cold on the other side, because that area gets pretty windy. That's the South Park area, and that gets pretty windy. And it's typically colder when there's a breeze than this side. But we shall see. If it is, I'm going to have to stop and put in my mid layer, because I'm a little chilled right now, but it's not bad. I can live with it. But if it gets much colder, it's 53 right now. It's been dropping. It was 57 degrees when I started the ride this morning. Excuse me. So if it gets much colder, I'll put in my mid layer. Get a fair bit of moose around this area, and sometimes as you're driving along, I shift. I make sure I do that right. Sometimes as you're driving along, you'll see moose on the side of the road here, typically over on the left side. We'll be passing a seasonal pond, lake, on the left-hand side up here near the top, and I've seen them there quite a few times. So you gotta keep your eyes peeled. Even if there's moose on the side of the road today, because of my wide angle, there'll be dots for you. I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's some nice passes, and you can see near the top of Webster Pass, looking down this other way, farther up at the top. And the little pond lake thing I was talking about is right here on the left. There's still some water in it, but there's not always water in it. There'll be moose just hanging around the side of it. Even have a little viewing platform. And here's the top of Kenosha Pass, and if you saw the sign, this is also the Colorado Trail goes right through here. This turns beautiful and green in the summer, and in the fall when the colors change, the colors are spectacular right now. A lot of people come up and enjoy the colors up here. You can see all the aspens. Wide open spaces out here. Gotta love cruise control. Don't know how I could have a bike without it anymore. No hands, look, Bob. Might be able to see some houses over there beyond that fence. It's a little town of coming up here on the right is the turnoff to go over Boreas Pass. Boreas Pass is mostly dirt. It's paved just a little ways going through the town, and then turns to dirt rather quickly. But it's a wide fire road, and usually very well graded. So very easy. You could do it in a Buick. But it's a fun one. Goes 11,000-ish feet, I think. And very pretty up at the top. They have a train car up there. I'll eventually take you on a trip over that, but I have to wait for it to clear. I don't know if it's closed right now, but certainly there's going to be snow at the top. You can see there's quite a bit of snow up there. There's still snow here. Pretty view of the mountains behind us. Pretty view of mountains in front of us. Like I indicated earlier, this all will turn green, and it's just stunningly beautiful. And you'll see periodically through here, you'll see antelope. Kind of hard to spot, so it's very easy to go by them and not see them, but while you're lucky and you see them. Quite the view of the back of this motorhome. I think there's a passing lane up ahead. I'll get around this person. These are nice. They even slow down and pull over. Thank you, sir. It's awfully nice of you. Not often people do that, which is unfortunate. All right, this is the town of Fairplay. This is the biggest town we've gone through so far today. We're at just under 10,000 feet. And I've had a little bit of change of heart. I'm going to do a different route today. Instead of looping up and over Hoosier, which, because I've already seen frozen lakes and stuff down at this elevation, I think Hoosier's just going to be still going to be quite a bit of snow, and snow melt up there. So instead, I'm going to do another loop going out 24 and head towards Woodland Park. Can't even tell where the lanes are here. And so I'll take 24 out to Woodland Park and then go across 126 and back home. I'll wait for a little bit, give Hoosier time to melt more, and it'll be pretty early if I go up later. And that way I don't have to do I-70 either. Probably be something better to do during the week when I-70 has a little less people on it. It'll be busy today. It's a beautiful day, and there's going to be a lot of people in the mountains. Anyhow, that was the town of Fairplay. I might have accidentally called it Jefferson, but that's Fairplay. And we just passed that intersection with the light. That's the turn to go up and over Highway 9. Coming up here on the left turn is 24 goes to goes through Hartzell and heads out towards Woodland Park. This way will also stay a bit warmer. And you get to see something different and know it's not a mountain pass and everybody's all disappointed. Don't worry. But I want to do what I want to do. And that's what's going to happen. This will still be pretty, it's just going to be pretty in a different way. So, once I get to the pretty stuff, I'll look forward to more. You may be able to see some mountains over there, the farther back ones. Maybe. Those are the collegians. At the base of those should be Buena Vista. Surprised it hasn't warmed up. It's 52, but again, really because this is always windy. So the temperature stays down pretty low compared to where I live. I said Highway 24. This is 9. This will connect to 24. If I had kept on going out 285, I would have hit 24. But this kind of tees into it. I forgot it. I have now turned off of 9 and am on 24. This is the little town of Hartzell. There's gas there. Another little tiny community. You blink and you're all the way through it. Certainly an area of wide open spaces. You may be able to see a mountain way over there. Over there. That's Pikes Peak. You'll see it from numerous vantage points on this ride. This road stays like this for a while. Nice meander in the river. Now this kind of gets a little bit more foresty and not so wide open. There's Pikes Peak. As you'll see, a lot of rides I do, you end up looking at Pikes Peak. If I stuck to my original plan, it wouldn't have happened that way. All right, I'm going to pull over here. Have a little relaxation break. Still on 24. I think there's some camping and trails out in this area. benefit of going this way versus over Hoosier Pass is there's a lot less people. I mean, there's a lot of cars on here, but there's a lot less people than what would be on Hoosier. Because it's a Saturday, it's a beautiful day, there'd be a lot of people. But there won't be, there's never a lot of people on this. I mean, more than I expected. Already cars leading down the neck. But I'll let that. They'll pass me. I'm going 70, just for reference. Another good view of Pikes Peak. There is a trail I just passed on the left-hand side. It said Terriall Reservoir. And I think I've been on that before. Kind of some back ways where you can avoid 285 for a bit. And it's a wide fire road. Round Mountain Campground. Shockingly, it's open. I have to check that campground on Google Earth to see what information, see if it's a nice place to camp. I guess I could have stopped there on the motorcycle. This is the little community of Lake George. I may let the car behind me go because people just want to haul ass everywhere. June and I have stopped to have lunch in here before. This town. Up ahead on the right, there's a little gas station and market. The owners are really cool. If they're the same owners, you can see it's that one with the Colorado painted on the side of the building. I don't know if it's the same owners, but the guy collected Land Rovers. I don't see that. Usually they're hanging out in front. But that's a nice little place to get gas, something to snack on. And you can see a single Land Rover. Maybe it's different owners. That was a cool little place. Hopefully it still is. I don't need gas or anything, so I'm not stopping. Alright, so this is just going to kind of stay this way for a little bit. And come into Woodland Park. There's one more section I'll probably film, but then I'll turn left onto 126 and at Woodland Park. Start heading towards back home. This is the little town of Florissant. There's a gas station here if you need it. Yeah, Cripple Creek. That's where the other road will go as well. Not just here. Another little community. You blink and you're through it. I think there's another gas station on the left up here. No, there's a place. There's no gas there. Looks like it used to be one. But if you need some feed for your animals. This is another nice little section of road coming up. We'll be passing by a wolf sanctuary, right? Little river flowing down there. And if I remember, there's a little A-frame house down at the bottom over here. Yep, there it is. Might not be able to see it with the green roof down there. Cool little place. Funny, I caught a weird groove in the pavement and it acted funny. Made me feel like I had a flat tire in the front. Yeah, but it's you might be able to see that there's kind of grooves in the pavement. For nice rock formations right there, the size of those things. I remember correctly too, there's sort of a castle looking house up here. For some reason, this stretch of road always seems busy too. There always seems to be a lot of cars in this. All right, I've just turned onto, excuse me, 126 from 24 in Woodland Park. There's probably going to be a lot more motorcyclists on, as soon as I said that, on this road. It's a great day. Very popular with motorcyclists coming up from the city because it's relatively close. Depending on where in the city you are. Up ahead on the right is, I think, Rainbow Lakes, I think. Anyways, there's a series of small lakes, and every winter they have ice racing. And if you've never seen ice racing, this is with quads and motorcycles. You should check that out. It is so much fun. And they go so fast, and they have different classes, but the fastest class has, for motorcycles, has huge spikes on the tires, and they just haul around the track. It's just ice. It's amazing. And really fun to watch. June and I just stumbled upon it. One time we were along this road doing a drive, and we saw a sign saying ice racing today, and we thought, what the hell? And we just went and checked it out, and it's cool. We went a few more times after that. We don't go every year, but we should. It's a lot of fun, but we just never get around to it. And we don't really know when it's going on. I think they have a Facebook page. That's a hoot. They have that in your area. You should check it out. All right, since I'm up on the slow person, I'll just check in a little bit later. Of course, as soon as I stopped recording for the slow car that was in front of me. Pulled over. I don't know what this community is, but they actually have a decent sized cemetery right there. And now we're going to hit another slow car, so I'm going to stop recording again. We're going to come up to another little rest spot that I'm going to take a break at. So, doesn't matter much. Because this is a weekend and a pretty one at that, this road gets really busy, so you have problems with people going fast and people going slow. All right, took a little break. My little rest stop that I stop at quite a bit. A little coffee. Now to motor on home. Saw a lot of motorcycles going by. Have to be very careful on this road because as I've indicated, it's busy and you get a lot of looky-loos who are looking around instead of driving, and so a lot of double yellow crossing on this road. It's very convenient having this just minutes away from my house. It is a great place to come, and if I feel like doing an afternoon ride after work, it's a great place to come, especially during the week because there's hardly anybody out here. Like there's some clouds forming. I wonder if it'll rain this afternoon. Coming up on that time of year where you get afternoon rain showers and thunderstorms. We're a little ways off, but getting there. And that's a pretty dark looking cloud up there. Big burn area back here. I forget which fire it is, Hayman. I think it's the Hayman fire. The one that was intentionally set. They caught her. Coming into the area where the speed limit drops to 25, which is ridiculous, but it is what it is. And this is the Deckers. Not that Deckers, it is Deckers. Kind of a motorcycle hangout here. But I'm not going to stop today. But a decent place to stop and get a snack. They have a little small restaurant. Although last weekend I had a burrito there and it was not very good. Should have had a hamburger like I initially planned, but I saw a burrito on there and I thought, ooh, that sounds good. And it wasn't. Swing and a miss. This is a fun little section right here, but again, I have to, on a weekend, I have to be a little bit more careful. It's constant blowing double yellow lines for people. Ah, darn it, there's a car in front of me. Dang it. I think after the next right-hander, there's a passing area, but it is little, and because it's busy, with my luck, there's always, not this right, must be the next one, there's always a car coming the other way. It's not this one. I don't know where I'm at. I'd like to say it's the next one, but now I'm doubting myself. But it is probably the next one. Yep, there you go. Off to the left is the, I think it's a fish camp wigwam. And there's a lot of fishing. There's a river that goes along here. There's a lot of people fishing in it. But that's an actual fish camp. Very pretty river down there, going against the rocks over there. Sorry, I'm trying to look where to ride and tour guide at the same time. And up ahead is turn to a lot of dirt trails. This road right here goes up to Cheeseman Reservoir. We call it Cheeseman Lake, but it's a reservoir. A lot of dirt trails up there. Most of it wide and what I call Buickable, where you don't even need high clearance 4x4. This is a trailhead for a lot of hiking. I always see a lot of people there. I don't think I've ever done that hike because I'm not really a hiker. But I always see a crap ton of cars there, so it must be pretty good. Even during the week, it's quite busy. There's also, I think, fishing right there because I see a lot of fishermen at that area. See, they have overflow parking here. I do have to be a little careful going up this road. It almost entices you to go fast, but there are cops very randomly that chill on this road because they know people haul ass up it. So you got to be a little bit careful. So I'm speeding, but not by that much. I saw a motorcyclist behind me, but it seems to have disappeared. All right, we're kind of up at the high point of this road. There's an established campground on the left right here, which is closed right now. Then we're going to come up to, I don't know if it's county road, it's a state road, I don't know, but it's 550. I always just call it 550. It goes out to Wellington Lake. And there's a lot of, I'll call it kind of dispersed camping along that road. They're numbered sites, but it's not an established campground. There's no facilities at all, and it's really spread out. It's just along the road. And I've camped up there quite a few times. Also along 550 up here, the Colorado Trail crosses it. And there's a lot of mountain biking trails that people will shuttle and start up high up here and ride down to a little community called Buffalo Creek. Buffalo Creek is a really big mountain biking area. So when we get up to the top, you'll end up seeing a lot of hikers. See some bikers probably. You see how busy it is on a day like this. I mean, it may not look busy to you, but it does to me, because usually this is empty. Wow. Anyways, we just passed 550. Ah, that's about to be cold on the face. And now we'll start heading down. In a little bit, we'll hit the community of Buffalo Creek. I always see a lot of cars parked here on the right too, and I don't know what they're doing. There's no shooting or anything out there. They must be just hiking. A lot of people out today. Here on the right is a church. And you may be able to see it over there is a big stone building. That is the general store for the area. It's cool inside. Very old. That building was built in 1898. Very cool looking. This is a nice little section of road as well. But again, just gotta watch out for cars crossing double yellow like this person. Right around, look at that. I don't know if you could see, but he was right on the double yellow, so you definitely have to be careful. And saw that coming. It's nice right along the river here. Pretty. Still some ice along the river there. Now, probably within a couple weeks, this is going to be all bright green grass, and it's even more stunning. Sorry, whipping my head around quickly. This next little community is Pine Grove. This is the last little community that we'll pass through before I hit 285 again. There'll be random houses, but this is an actual community. They have like an antique store. And they have a restaurant called Zoka's, which I haven't been to in years, but when I went, there's a horse right near the top. Tiny. Zoka's was a cool place when I went a few years ago. Beautiful during the summer. You can sit outside and check out the pretty scenery. Historic Pine Grove, established in 1886. Coming up on the right is Zoka's, that building right there. It's a restaurant, very busy on the weekends and the summer. This is kind of like the downtown of Pine Grove. The Pine Emporium is the kind of the antique store. Then just some houses scattered about. Oh, yeah, there is another church. I thought there was two. Kind of nice with the river flowing through it. There's some cool houses down here on the left. You won't be able to see, but they're right on the river. One looks like it's about to fall in. Maybe that's not a cool house. Cool looking, but I wouldn't want to own it. This is a turn that catches a lot of people out because they don't expect it to get as tight as it does. So a lot of people blow that double yellow right there. So that was essentially the end of the ride today. Hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and do the like and subscribe thing, comment, so on and so forth. Stay tuned for the next ride. Thanks for coming along.